Mr. K Online.
Hi guys, and welcome to Describing a Character's Feelings. Today, hopefully by the end of this video, you'll know 5 different ways of describing a character's feelings and hopefully make your writing more engaging. Now, let's look at the first method. The first method I want to talk about on how to describe a character's feelings is called the basic description method. Now, if we look at the example here, my little guy next to me, he doesn't look very happy, and it might have something to do with the fact that he's missing the lower half of his body. Yeah. So if you're using the basic description method, it would be something like this. He was angry. Okay, now this is fairly bland, fairly straightforward, and it's not very engaging. The reason is because you're not really engaging the reader's imagination. Now let's look at 4 more methods that actually engage your reader's imagination even more and make your story a little bit more enjoyable. So another way to communicate the way a character's feeling is to talk about the external expressions or the way their face looks and their body language. Okay, I'll give an example here. So his eyebrows lowered and he raised his shoulders. Okay, now that there describes the face and also the body language of the character and really engages the imagination of the reader. Okay, and they've already got the idea from just those facial expressions, that body language, that he's angry. Anyway, so let's keep going. Internal expressions, let's look at those. Now, we can talk about internal expressions to actually communicate the way a character is feeling. And these are things that only the character knows. None of the other characters in the story would know this because they're internal. So I'll give an example. His heart raced and his muscles in his jaw tightened. Now, obviously, any other character in the book wouldn't be able to feel his heart racing, and they mightn't pick up on the fact that the jaws in his muscles had tightened. So there's another way to write something that basically describes the way the character's feeling and engages the reader. The next one is the mental response. So the mental response is all about how the character is thinking about something. And you could write something like the internal dialogue, or what they're saying to themselves in their brain, or the way they act out their emotions. So let's have a look at an example of the mental response method of describing a character's emotions or feelings. Here's an example. That took a while. It's not fair. He shouldn't have taken my food, he thought to himself. Or he thought. So here you can see that it's actually a little bit of internal dialogue by the character, and he doesn't seem happy, does he? Seems like he's being cheated of his food. It looks like it might be Urkel who's been cheated of his food. It wasn't me. Anyway. And the last way to describe a character's feelings is called the perception of the world around them. So sometimes characters will be put into a situation or an environment, and they will describe the environment that they're in. Now, depending on the way that they describe it, will actually communicate to the reader what sort of mental frame or how they're feeling inside. For example, they might be in a forest, and if they're in a not happy frame of mind, or they're not feeling happy or angry, they might sort of like describe the forest like this. The forest was full of ugly trees with spiky leaves. Or if they're happy and they were enjoying where they were, they might write something like this about the forest. The forest was full of beautiful emerald trees with velvety leaves. Okay. Now, in summary, there are 5 ways to describe your character's feelings. Number 1 is the basic description. Now, this is not very engaging, but if you want more engaging methods, there are the following ones. The next method being the external expressions, so looking at the face and the body and describing that to communicate emotions. The next one is internal expressions. What are they actually feeling inside, in the sense that, okay, how is their body reacting? Like example, their heart raced. I gave an example of that. Mental response. Okay, so what's their internal dialogue? What are they saying to themselves about something? Okay, and then number 5, what's their perception of the world around them? Okay, excellent. So I hope that helps you to make your writing more engaging and be able to write about your character's feelings. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye. Thanks for watching one of my videos. If you've enjoyed the content or you just want to show your support, please just click the subscribe button down below. You hitting the subscribe button lets me know that you'd like to see more content from me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Subscribe.